right, guys, this is Crazy Kev, and I'm here with Sean King. Sean, how we doing, my man?
Doing good, brother. How are we?
I'm doing good, man. Can't complain. And Sean, man, I mean, you're coming off another big win. I mean, talk to us a little bit more about this performance and what's maybe next for you here in your future.
Yeah, I just beat Tony Toro, who was 5-2. I came in at 2-0. He had three times the experience as me, and it was definitely a big test and a big jump in competition. And I felt like I was ready. My team felt like I was ready, and we pulled the trigger and made it happen. So, I mean, yeah, now I'm 3-0 and making waves, but just gonna take some time off and get better, hone in on the skills a little bit, and I'll be back in like 2 or 3 months. Just gotta keep winning, man. Keep winning and making the right steps of being a UFC.
Yeah. Now with you saying you're gonna kind of compete sometime next year. I mean, how active do you kind of want to be? I mean, how many more fights do you want to kind of have next year in 2026?
Dude, so I was actually trying to fight in December. This dude agreed to, because I was gonna have a quick turnaround real quick and fight in December. He agreed, and he then said no. So I plan to be active. So I'll probably be back in like February, if not February, definitely March. Fury wants to come back out here in New Orleans in March, so I'm definitely gonna be on that card. But I would like to get one in before, so we'll see what happens. I have two fights left on a contract with them, but I'm sure I'll resign. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, no, I definitely expect you to resign as well, man. And now you mentioned you competed against someone like Tony, who has a lot of experience. He's also fought a lot of tough guys from like the PFL. I mean, what does that kind of mean for your confidence to get another big win, especially over an experienced guy like him?
Yeah. So like the thing about Tony, he's only lost to three guys now. Well, four including me now, but three of those. Two of those guys are in the PFL, and one of them's in the UFC, and now me. So that just goes to show that I'm on the right track, and that's a huge confidence boost for me. Like that was a legit opponent. People they had a thing when I was an amateur, like, oh, Sean don't fight real guys. Well, you put them real guys in front of me, and I'm taking them out, so it don't make a difference.
Yeah, no, I was actually going to bring that up next. I was going to say I thought there was like comments from another gym like saying like, oh yeah, he only fights cans or something like that. But I mean, now look at you. Yeah, I definitely
Yeah,
think that's
yeah,
awesome to see you get
yeah.
another
I'm,
big win
I'm
there.
taking them out, man. I'm working hard. I put in a lot of work. This is all I do, and we have the best team. So.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, now another thing with you, man. I mean, you're 3-0. I mean, you're very young in your career as well, too. I mean, only 22. I mean, how long do you think it can maybe take you to potentially be on the contender series? I mean, are you trying to maybe be there in next year or two? I mean, what's kind of your game plan?
Uh, Obviously gonna take my time with it, but like as anybody, if they when they want something, they want it now. So if that could be next year, then let's do it. I don't see why it couldn't happen if I go 5, 6-0. But if it doesn't, then if not in 2026, definitely 2027. But I'm when I want something, I go get it. So I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna push for 2026 to be on a contender series.
Nice. No, that would definitely be awesome to kind of see you on the show. And now another thing with you, man. I mean, you mentioned you have a pretty good team around you. I mean, who was kind of helping you for this camp, making you the best version of you?
Big part of that goes to Tom Lee. He's a ONE FC world champ, and this dude, he is like the stuff that he knows. He has so much knowledge, and it's we are by far the best gym in like the southern region. Like it's crazy, and that'll show in the next few years as we have all of our pros coming up. But yeah, Tom, he's helped me out tremendously. And now that like we're taking these more riskier fights, we really sit down and we really get a game plan and we really try to dial in more. So that's every time I go in there, it's gonna be dialed in, and we're really gonna have a perfect game plan to take these guys out. So.
Yeah, no, I definitely think that's definitely a smart approach. And now, like we were talking before the interview, I mean, I interviewed you back when you were an amateur. Now you're a pro. I mean, how do you think you've kind of grown since like kind of the last year, since the last time we spoke?
Uh, I've grown in many ways. I got my purple belt last year sometime. I mean, obviously, I made my pro debut, and it's like once you go pro, there's no turning back. So, and also being a pro, that's like that just elevates your mind even more. So it's like going from an amateur to a pro, and like it's all mindset. And like compared to where I was last year, I feel way better with my whole game than like last year, obviously compared to now. And then I can only imagine in 3 to 5 years down the road. It's all time, and as time goes, your mind just you get more knowledge, man, and that's really all it is.
Yeah, no, I definitely think that's pretty awesome to hear that your mindset's been growing. And now, from the amateur scene and then switching over to the pro scene, I mean, what was maybe some of the biggest changes you might have realized maybe from the fighting, whether it was with your game or just like the competition level and stuff like that?
Mainly just the competition level. Once you're a pro, there's really no such thing as like an easy fight, especially when you like sign for Fury. They're gonna be feeding you top notch guys, that are damn near, or if not, UFC caliber. But for me, it wasn't really much of a difference. Every amateur fight, I took it as a professional fight. I always treated my career as a professional career because I knew this is what I wanted to do in my life and as a career. So, I mean, it's really been the same thing. I do the same thing that I was an amateur as I do now as a pro. And it's hard work. It's making sure I leave no stones unturned, and it's doing everything the right way to make sure I can go in there and feel confident to get my hand raised.
Yeah, no, I definitely think that's pretty solid to hear. And now, when it comes to your fighting style as well, I mean, you mentioned you do a lot of like game planning on your opponents. I mean, is there any fighters maybe from the UFC or maybe even other organizations who you maybe like to study and watch as well?
Definitely like to study a lot of guys. I mainly just watch the UFC, MMA, but like Taporia, I like to get a lot of my boxing from Taporia. A lot of old Conor McGregor, the way he moves, I like to move loose and feel free like that. But there's times where I want to be in a pocket and bang like Taporia. So I mean, I mix my style like loose striker, but I'll get in the pocket and get dirty if I have to. And like obviously like all the greats, like look at the way Islam wrestles, the way he holds people down. Hamzat, same thing. It's like taking all these little tricks, from anything and just applying it to my game. But yeah, definitely guys like Taporia, McGregor, I look up to a lot.
Nice. No, I definitely think there's definitely some solid guys for sure. And now you mentioned you have a couple fights left with Fury. I mean, has there been any opponents you've kind of been eyeing up, or you just kind of looking to see what Fury offers you and kind of go from there?
I definitely watch, I would like to see what could possibly be thrown my way. So I definitely keep my eyes on the featherweight division. I seen this dude Jackson Glass, he got a lot of hype behind him. I like to go in there and take all that from him. He won like, I don't know, 2 nights ago. He's a young kid. He's 2-0. I'm 3-0. So shit, let's make it happen if we can do it.
Yeah. No, I definitely think that's a fun call. I definitely
But
hope Fury could make that happen as well.
yeah, but other than that, they have a few other guys, but they'll all get it. They're all gonna get it. Then I'll be in the UFC.
Yes, sir. No, I definitely think that's a fun call out for sure, and I definitely hope Fury can make that happen. And now another thing with you, I was curious about as well too. I mean, obviously, you're a beast and whatnot in the cage, but I mean, talk us a little bit more about life outside of the cage, man. What have you kind of been doing, outside of fighting?
Lately, dude, it's really been this. It feels like every time I open my eyes, I'm back on the mats, and it's like I'm here again. I'm making another walk to the cage, but working. I work for my dad. He owns a construction company, so that's a blessing itself to be able to work around that schedule and like make it work, and so where I can train and still have money coming in my pocket. So, working, hanging out with friends, man. Enjoying the southern weather. It's about to get cold out here in a little bit, but hunting season's just started, so I'll be doing that here shortly. But yeah, man, just the same old hanging around, hanging with friends, always at the gym, always trying to improve.
There you go. No, it's definitely awesome that you've been staying locked in, and I just saw on your Instagram story as well too, man. I mean, you just dropped some merch as well too. I mean, talk us a little bit more about that, man.
I did. So company fighters first hit me up and they were like, "Yo, we want to work with you, drop you some merch." I was like, "All right, cool. Like, let's talk." We got to talking and we made it happen pretty quick. And yeah, the merch it came out fire. Definitely one of the best pieces of merch that like I've dropped so far because I had a couple shirts drop now, but these are by far the best and it looked pretty cool. I'm actually waiting on one to come in, so we'll see what it looks like in person. But from what it looks like, it's the best one so far. But it's cool, man. It's cool to have like my own merch, grow my own brand. Fans, family, whoever can buy it and support me. And it's kind of surreal seeing your face on a shirt. There's part of me that's like, damn, like this is already happening. Like I'm already 3-0. People want to buy like my face on the shirt and like rock it. That's pretty cool. It's a blessing.
Yeah, no, that's definitely awesome to see. I was definitely pretty. It was pretty cool for me to see on your Instagram story that you're able to have something like that as well. And now another thing I want to ask you about as well too, man. I mean, obviously, your first fight that one went pretty viral. You had a pretty sick knockout with that, like from the ref cam and everything like that. I mean, talk us a little bit more about that fight and that viral knockout you had.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of get a little shit for that one because obviously That dude wasn't nowhere near as good as me, but he did have like 10 or 12 amateur fights or something, and I only had like six, and he had. But anyway, yeah, man. That was it did go pretty viral. It was pretty quick. I think it was like right under a minute or something. Obviously he was shorter. I knew he was gonna overextend, and I have good counters, and I sniped him, and it was beautiful. It really was, and it
Yeah.
just went crazy, dude. It was actually crazy. Like the first pro fight, viral knockout. What else more can you ask? You know, like all these people. I got a bunch of followers from it. I think like 600. It was pretty cool.
No, it's definitely cool. It's definitely a pretty sick knockout. I don't really care what anyone says. I definitely think it's pretty smooth to watch, and I
Yeah.
definitely enjoy watching that video. That first fight, you ended up getting a finish, and then the last two you've been getting decisions. I mean, talk us a little bit more about that finishing aspect of your game. I mean, do you think the next fight you're going to be looking to get a submission or knockout? Talk us a little bit more about that.
I definitely want to get knockouts. You know, the UFC wants to see high about the two decisions that I had, but it is great experience. You know, I just fought for 30 minutes. You know, two really good opponents, so I gained a lot from that. But the finishes will come, so I'll take the two decisions now, than rather just like not have them later on. So it's all gonna come. So I'll plan to start putting people in.
Another thing with you that I was curious about as well too. I mean, talk us a little bit more about your strength and conditioning. Man, what are you kind of doing in the gym to kind of get prepared for
Yeah,
these
so I
fights
do my
for upcoming?
strength and conditioning at Clockwork Performance, and I go about 3 to 4 days a week, just depending on how I'm feeling. And it's just like plyometrics, just explosive movements that you like are gonna go through in a fight. Jumping, squatting, and all this crazy shit that you're gonna put your body through. We try to definitely help me so far, like so injury prone. Like I went in there with like a torn knee, and like we got it fixed. We strengthened everything around it, and like so I definitely hammer strength and conditioning. I definitely make it a main goal, part of my camps, and like it honestly puts me in like the best shape of my life too. That's why I focus on it. And besides strength wise, like I'm ready to fight. I could fight 25
Yeah,
minutes if
no,
I
I
need
definitely
to.
think
So.
that's important, and it's definitely awesome that you have a good strength and conditioning team. And another thing I was curious about as well too. I mean, obviously, you mentioned you have a good team around you. They help you with your game planning. I mean, talk us a little bit more about some of the advice they might have gave you, like maybe some of the best advice you might have got so far in your pro career, maybe just in your career in general.
Some of the best advice I may have gotten is just like take my time and enjoy this because it really does go quick. I look back and now I'm like 9 fights deep and it's like, damn, it really did fly by. But it's definitely just taking my time and enjoying this now. And then like one day it's gonna be over. So I'm enjoying the fruits of my labor. That's all it is. Just enjoy the process, trust the process, and trust your team and trust the work.
Definitely, I think that's a good kind of mindset to have, like you mentioned. And now, when it comes to your fighting career, I mean, you obviously you fought a little bit, and now like 9 fights in total. Any maybe like dream locations on maybe where you'd like to fight one day?
Yeah, I want to fight all over. Dream location is definitely like Vegas, fight capital of the world, T-Mobile Arena. Definitely Madison Square Garden too. I want to fight all over. I want to use the travel and also experience the world as we've seen. They were just in Qatar this past weekend, so like going out there fighting like Abu Dhabi, something crazy, China, like that'll be pretty awesome to go.
And it's been awesome talking to you. I appreciate you taking the time. I mean, what's maybe your final message out there to the fans watching this video?
My final message is thank you to everybody who believes in me, follows me, supports my family. They push me to be the best I can and like help me in so many ways that I can't even explain. But yeah, just the support system, man, it really does help. It goes a long way, and I would not even be close to where I was without the people that are behind me. So I really do have an army, and I have no choice but to make it happen, and I will make it happen. And yeah, I'll be back soon.